Hello, welcome to our classes. I am Dr. K. Misra. I have been uploading video tutorials on the important questions that may trap you in job interview. I must tell to all my new viewers that I do upload video tutorials on such questions on each Thursday and Sunday of every week. Today, I'm going to deal with a very important question, that is silent treatment. The question is how to deal with the silent treatment in the job interviews. Many of you might have experienced in your job interviews that some of the interviewers or hiring managers knowingly create a gap during the interview duration. That gap is silent one, that they may ask a question to you and may shut their mouth as if they're just looking at you, or they're just rather busy with doing some other work, other job. So now what should be your reaction? How you should be dealing with this particular aspect I'm going to discuss in this video tutorial. For some hiring managers, as I spoke, a job interview is a chance to get a candidate's psychological profile as well as his or her direct qualifications for the job. This might include staring contest, type questions, hypothetical situations that seem to have little to do with the topic at hand, or questions about your life outside of work. These can pull you out of your interview comfort zone, but they don't have to be. There is a trap. Be aware. If you are unprepared for the question, you will probably not handle it right and possibly blow the interview. Thank goodness most interviewers don't employ it. It's normally used by those determined to see how you respond under stress. Here is how it works. You answer an interviewer's question, and then instead of asking another, he just stares at you in a deafening silence. You wait, growing a bit uneasy, and there he sits, silent as Mount Rushmore. As I wrote here, a psychologist who gives the opinion as if he does not believe what you have just said, or perhaps making you feel that you have unwittingly violated some cardinal rule of interview etiquette. You may be feeling intimidated about this. So I have taken certain concepts, examples from his statements. When you get this silent treatment after answering a particularly difficult question, such as tell me about your weaknesses, its intimidating effect can be most disquieting even to polished job hunters. Most unprepared candidates rush in to fill the void of silence, viewing prolonged, uncomfortable silences as an invitation to clear up the previous answer, which has obviously caused some problem. And that's what they do, ramble on, sputtering more and more information, sometimes irrelevant and often damaging, because they are suddenly playing the role of someone who is goofed and is now trying to recoup. But since the candidate does not know where or how he goofed, he just keeps talking, showing how flustered and confused he is by the interviewer's unmovable silence. Here are certain points one must keep in mind. If you follow the suggested points here, could be as taken as suggested answers, then definitely you can satisfactorily and successfully win over such situations which you may face in job interview. The first rule you can say, don't break the silence. It will be tough to grin and bear that awkward moment, but it is advised you to lean into the silence. Try to smile at the hiring manager and stay still in your seat. Is the basic mantra for dealing with such situation. The more fidgety you are, the more distracting it is. Show your ability to stay calm and composed. To push through the silence and stay silent, you should focus your thoughts on what you believe are your best traits, which will help your mindset will stay positive, and your natural facial expressions shall convey that positivity. Just because you don't speak doesn't mean that you can't speak in a silence. Showing a confident, happy person in your body language and facial expressions. Don't worry. Some silence is part of natural conversation. Another point that one must keep in his or her mind. Take your time. You may not realize it, but there may be awkward periods of silence if you are nervous and rushing too quickly through your answers. It's better to calm your nerves and your thoughts by taking deep breaths and speak at your normal pace. It's also helpful to take a few moments to process a question before you reply. If you're not sure how to reply after a brief pause, then you can ask the hiring manager for a moment before you respond. Another point that can help you in dealing with this silent treatment, and that is ask for clarification. It's better to take this opportunity to be proactive. You should ask for clarification. Would you like me to clarify that I just mentioned? That puts the onus on the manager to respond and resume the conversation. Another important one, identify the cause of awkward silence. Is your hiring manager taking a long time looking at your resume or your portfolio? If so, now is the time to speak up and ask if you can address any potential issues. Try something like, do you have any hesitations about my qualifications I can address? Or if they are taking long time after you have shared one of your star stories, try something like, is there a part of example I gave that you'd like me to clarify? It provides you with an opportunity to keep the conversation moving and address anything the manager has an issue with. Another important point that can help you, begin a related thought. When that awkward silence becomes too loud to bear, take the opportunity to expand the answer you have just given or to answer the interviewer's question in a different way that allows you to flex your muscle and share the diversity of your experience. This technique at times works well. Another one, this could again be highly helping to you. Ask your own questions. If you are sitting in an uncomfortable silence, it's time to ask your own questions to fill that quiet. After all, the silence may be manager's way of providing you with an opportunity to ask questions or make comments. So take advantage of the opportunity to address any concerns you might have about the position, the work environment, or something else that might have come up with during the interview. You can also take the unexpected silence as a time to let the manager know you are excited about the position and the possibility of working for the organization. So, taking those suggestions, definitely you can win over such situation. Here, these questions may be designed to knock you slightly off your game and get to the real you. So you shouldn't worry too much when they happen. Just be ready to keep the focus on the job that's that's for up for grabs, and always find a way to spin it back to your qualifications. So that was all about how to deal with such silent situations. My upcoming video tutorial would be on where do you see yourself 5 years from now. Thanks for watching me with patience. More video tutorials on other aspects of developing soft skills and management subjects are available on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Please like, share, comment, and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice time.